What's up, y'all? It's Bree from Young, Safe, and Free, and I'm back with another episode of Foundations in Faith. And before we get started, to everybody who's new, hey y'all. And to everybody that's been here for a while, what's up, y'all? Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Also, before we get started, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button right there. Just go ahead and press it. Just become part of the family. You know, it's all about love over here. And also make sure you are subscribed to my mailing list. It's something new that we're doing for Young, Saved, and Free. And, you know, just in case you want to keep up with everything Young, Saved, and Free, because I do have some products coming for you all, as well as some other content on other platforms. So just to keep up with everything Young, Saved, and Free, make sure you sign up for the mailing list. Also, this shirt is from God is Dope. It says ABCDEFGOD. You know. And yeah, so I haven't really decided how I'm going to schedule these videos. I don't know if I'm going to do them every month or every other month. I know that I skipped it in June. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. So just leave me a comment below on when you think I should do these videos. I don't know why I couldn't get the word when out just now. If I should do them every month, every other month, or every quarter. Let me know. Those are your three options. I'll probably put a poll here too. So you can just click that. And yeah. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I hear God's voice when it's completely silent. That is when I can focus and I can hear for real, like, especially like when I'm in my car. Like, a lot of times God speaks to me when I'm in my car. I used to be one of those people that rides my music turned all the way up, like bass rattling so hard my rear view is rattling, you know. The back window is rattling, and I like that. That was me. But a lot of times here lately, I have been driving in silence, where it's just me and God talking, like, and He's very calm when He speaks to me, and because I'm not, and He has to be that way with me, because I'm the kind of person that if somebody is yelling at me, I'm gonna yell back. I don't care what you yell, I'm yelling back like this. So you speak to me calmly, I'll listen. A lot of times I just need to get out the house, or what do I need? What else? Like anything else that's going on around me, any work drama, home drama, family drama, all that. I just have to like step away from it for a moment, and then, you know, I can hear clearly. Because if I'm in that environment too long, I get wrapped up in what's going on, and I can't hear the way that I need to if I'm, you know, being consumed by everything else around me. I did answer this in the first question, but for me, he's very calm, and he's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Precise in what he says to me. It's very conversationalist, like, when I say that, I mean, like, it's not like he's just like, it's like we're having a conversation. It's not like you know, like your mama be fussing at you or your dad be fussing at you. It's not like that. It's very, he doesn't offer much room for me to respond back, but it's very calm, very approachable. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, I still respect God because He has all authority in my life. I still respect Him, but He's very approachable in how He speaks to me. I've had experience where I've heard God's voice several times in the last few months. I think, and a lot of times I'll write it, and my dad got me this journal for Christmas, I believe, and it says, "We sing praises to your name, O Lord," and then the side says, "O Lord." And it's just a journal, but when He speaks to me, So one of the first times that I wrote about it here, it was when God told me I had to move. This was February 17th. And I literally wrote out, he was talking to me while I was writing, like literally, I wrote, this is when I heard it the first time. And literally when it happened, it felt like my entire body was on fire. But it was crazy was somebody prophesied to me earlier that day that that's what it was going to feel like. And I thought it was going to happen in that service where, when they said it, but it didn't. It happened probably about 10 hours later. I was in the office, and I was in my aunt's office, and I was sitting down, just going away on my phone, whatever. And it like shot up real quick, and I was just like, oh my God, like, and it kind of like rested here in my stomach. So I kept hearing, you have 6 months to move, you have six months to move. And I wrote it on a sticky note first, here. And then I started, when I got back to the house, I got my journal. I don't know why I even had this with me, because I usually don't carry this with me anywhere. But I had it, and I started writing, and let me see, and everything that he said, I knew it wasn't even me. Like, it was, the words that he was using, I was like, I knew what they meant, but it's not some way I would talk. And so, even recently, the last time I wrote in was actually the 26th of June, and this was about a business, and I didn't know what the business was at that time, but he kept saying, if I told you to do it, then do it. Don't think twice about it, just do it. And I didn't know, what this was regarding at the time. Like I said, this was the 26th, which was last Wednesday. And so, I kept working on the other things that I've been working on with Young Satan Free, as far as my writing and my videos and stuff. But this was about a business that he finally revealed to me Monday. And some of these things that I wrote, that he was telling me to do, I had thought about years ago and just never did it. But yeah, that's what it was about. So I guess one of the things that I've prayed to God about being thankful for is my life. When I started thinking about my life, especially being here in Augusta, and how many times I've seen death's door, literally, and how many times he saved my life, like physically saved my life, not just like saved me from myself, but like there were situations where I should have died. I can't help but thank him. I can't help it. Like, I've been in car accidents where my life should have been going, like literally being inches within my life, and it's nobody but him. It had to be. So I can't help but give him thanks for that. I can't help but give him everything that's doing to him. And even outside, I have other things that I've been through that it was only him that took me out of those situations. Lately, I have been petitioning God for restoration. I usually don't share what I pray about. I just feel like there's something between me and God. There are some areas in my life that I feel like need restoration, that need a refreshing, that need to be revitalized and renewed. So that's been my prayer to God as of late. I would have to say King of Kings by Impact Nation. That is definitely one of my favorite gospel songs ever. I love that song. I absolutely love that song. Next one. So my thoughts on God's love is that it's endless, it's matchless, It's never failing. Like those three words there, that's it in a nutshell. It's limitless. It is just, there's nothing that beats it. There's no word to describe God's love. Like, to do something that you genuinely do not want to do to save me, that's love. Jesus didn't want to die on the cross. If you read when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he was saying, like, God, not my will, but your will. That means he didn't want to do it. He didn't, but he still did it for us. So that is love. That is my thoughts on his love. It's selfless. He has a selfless love. Okay, so I'm going to read 1 Peter 3:11, and it says, they must turn from the evil and do good, and they must seek peace and pursue it. Actually, I'm going to do Philippians 4:7. So it says, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Now, the reason why I read that one is there's nothing that compares to God's peace. Like, it just doesn't. There's nothing that compares to it. Especially nowadays, there's so much going on in the world, like, and you can get wrapped up in a lot of it, but to just be at peace, like, it's nothing but God. Not being with, at peace with the situation, but just being at peace, period. Like, that even if a situation comes, you're still at peace. That is nothing but God. And it's something that I'm glad I've been able to experience here lately, because there would be times where I would just be so upset about stuff. Like, I would be so calm, and then something happens, like it would just be like, it would disturb everything for me, and I would just spaz out, because it was like I was so zen and at peace, and now this is happening, and now I gotta kill somebody. Like, that's literally how it would be. But I'm not like that right now. So I'm going to read 1 John 4:18. It says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. Now, the reason I read that is because, actually, if you read the affirmation for Friday, and if you're not following me on Instagram at Young, Safe, and Free, make sure you do that. But the affirmation from Friday was that God reveals himself to me because he loves me. And when I wrote that, I was saying that we know God through experience him. We experience him throughout, what we go through. So even with those things, so like, because I know him, and because I know he loves me, and because I love him, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of what happens. I'm not afraid of what the devil may throw in my way to put fear in my heart, because God is there. Faith and fear cannot coexist. It just can't. There's a lot of things that can coexist, but faith and fear cannot. Real faith and fear cannot. They can't coexist. They cannot. So, like, for instance, this move, I don't have, the funds and the resources to move at this moment, but because God told me to do it, and because I'm going to be obedient to him, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to move. I'm not afraid of what's going to happen once I do move, because I know that he'll carry me. I know that he'll sustain me. I know the things that he's told me regarding how he cares for me, how he'll provide for me, all the thoughts that he has towards me. I know those things because of my relationship with him. This is something that I've actually am super thankful for, honestly. there's a lot of things that are going on in my life right now. So besides Young, Safe, and Free, which I do on the side, I have this going on. I got Epic Fab Girl stuff going on. I got Faith Tribe stuff going on. Black Christian influencer stuff going on. I work. I have, I go to church. I have all these other things going on. I got like all this stuff going on. Family drama, work drama. That's definitely taking a toll on my life. But I'm still just calm. Like things that have happened and have been, like the residual trauma that's happened, afterwards. I've still been calm. Like there's been situations where I could have easily spazzed out, where I could have easily just gone off on everybody, and I said I'm not gonna say a word. I'm gonna let God handle it, and letting God handle it, just loosening the control and giving it to God. That is the most peaceful thing that I've ever done. And I guess this answers the answers to the question, how do I have peace? I give it to God. If for real, I give it to God for real. I don't just give it to God and then keep looking back. See, God, you're going to do it? God, you're going to... No, I just... Here, take it. I don't need it. I can't hear it and handle it. I can't bear it. And you will never put more on me than I can bear. So I can't bear this, so I'm giving this to you. I guess just answer this in the last question. What brings me peace is giving everything to God. Giving, what's bothering me. Being able to talk to Him. And, being able to just spend time with Him and let Him know, hey, God, I don't think I can do this by myself. So I need you to come in, because it's just... I just can't do it by myself. I don't know how to do this by myself. And another thing that gives, helps me be at peace is knowing who God is. Like, I've seen God do too much. And, not to believe that He won't come through for me. I've seen Him do too much. I know that He's able to do it. And so my faith lies in how I've experienced Him. And at this point in my life, He's been a way maker, a miracle worker, a healer, a provider, a mind regulator, a restorer, everything. He's been everything to me. So because I know that, I have peace knowing that He can handle the situation once I give it to Him. That's the condition, that if I give it to Him, I know that He'll handle it. My prayer life right now is A1. Like, it's A1. Like, it's a lot better than what it used to be. And because it is better, I'm able to hear from God more regarding my life, regarding the things that He wants me to do, the things that are going on around me, and why they're going on the way they are around me. I would definitely say I could read my Bible more. To be honest, I'm not big on actually reading the Bible, which I probably should be, but I'm just going to be honest. When I get up in the morning, I pray. I pray. That is my daily routine. I get up and pray, and I listen to gospel music, and then I listen to a sermon on the way to work, and that's just how I spend my time with God. I don't actually do a lot of reading the Bible on my own. And that's probably where I could do a little bit better. I feel like Jesus had an amazing prayer life. One, because He's praying. Jesus is part of the Holy Trinity, so He's essentially praying to Himself. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? You're the Messiah and you're praying to yourself because you're still in your earthly form. You still struggled with things, and people didn't realize that even though you were perfect, you still had human emotions. And I think that's true. That's just real. I don't know what other word to use, but that's I felt that, like, there's several times Jesus prayed in the Bible. There's a time when just in the Garden of Gethsemane he was praying before he went on the cross. When he was in his prayers having a conversation with God, then he did that several times. And also on the mountainside before he chose the disciples, he did that as well. So I think it says a lot about the kind of man Jesus was when he was on the earth.